If you're thinking about buying a house in 2017 or indeed afterwards, you should watch this video because I'm going to give you 7 steps to simplify your house purchase. The first one is location. Choose it well. There's an old truism, it's well-known truism, but it is in fact true, that the day you buy is the day you sell. Location is absolutely vital. You can change a lot of things about your house, but you'll never change its location. You should, in my view, get the worst property in the best area, not the best area property in the worst area. That's assuming everything else is equal and assuming that you can do your job and it meets your requirements in terms of family and work and so on. Given the choice, all else being equal, I would suggest go for the best area and get the worst property. The second thing you need to be very wary of is finances. You need to make sure to budget for all of your finances, and there is some things that may crop up that you may not anticipate. For example, bank valuation, structural survey, stamp duty. Obviously you're going to have a solicitor, professional legal fee. You're going to have property registration authority fees. And then you're going to have some other necessary outlays for the legal process, the legal conveyance, for example, legal searches and fees for a commissioner for oaths. Tip number 3 relates to negotiation. You should negotiate shrewdly and calmly. You should watch also, I would suggest, my negotiating tip video, which is on my YouTube channel. Just go to my YouTube channel and do a search for negotiating tip. Basically, I'm saying that when you get serious, and you're getting towards the end of the negotiations, the end of the dance, you should offer a very specific odd figure as your final offer, not a round number. This is far more credibility in terms of being your last offer, because it would appear that you're flat to the mat in terms of your offer. So I would offer €194,600 as your best and last offer, not 195,000. Tip number 4 is a very important one. I would get a structural survey carried out. If the sale does not go ahead and you don't get the house, it will still be money well spent. Why? Because if it saves you from buying a house that has structural problems, then it's going to be clearly, even if it's 400 quid plus VAT or whatever, it's going to be money well spent, because you really need to avoid any house, any property with structural problems, for example pyrite. Excuse me. Be very careful. A structural survey is not a bank valuation. Get an engineer or an architect with professional indemnity insurance to do it as well, not a well-intentioned friend or relation. Number 5 relates to planning. You should do a little bit of research on your own in relation to planning. Call to the area that you propose to purchase in, speak to residents, speak to business owners. Check that there's nothing in the pipeline that might affect the value of your property or affect your decision down the line. For example, a new dump opening, a recycling centre, perhaps a meat factory. These are things that you can probably pick up in the neighbourhood if you spend a little bit of time in it doing your own research. Tip number 6 relates to the lender's requirements. One of the frustrating things that I come across regularly for purchasers in particular is that the sale never closes on time. One of the reasons for this is because the lender's requirements have not been fulfilled. The lender will not release the loan cheque unless all of his requirements are fulfilled. The typical, most common things would be the absence of the life assurance assignment to the lender and the absence of the property insurance being in place with their interest noted on the policy. You need to choose your solicitor well, because the buying or selling of a property is a stressful time, there's no doubt about that. One of the biggest contributory factors to this stress is the not knowing what's going on, basically the uncertainty. So a solicitor who communicates with you well and often is vital to help you reduce stress. My name is Terry Gorry. I'm a solicitor in Enfield, County Meath. I have a free report that you can get on my website, businessandlegal.ie. Simply go along and you go to the page businessandlegal.ie/free-reports. You put in your email and the report there that you see on the screen will be sent directly to your inbox. I hope you find this video useful.